Okay, in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the paid traffic campaigns. So I'm up here at the top and I've got this button that says create a paid traffic campaign, paid traffic statistics, and then we have paid traffic conversion statistics. We're not going to deal with this one right now because that deals with tracking the overall sales funnel. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to create paid campaign. Here's the good news. If you understand how to use a link bank, and I'm pretty sure most of you do, then you understand exactly how to do this. The only difference between setting up a campaign inside the paid traffic campaign versus the link bank is the fact that we're going to ask you for your traffic costs as well as your number of clicks, and then we're going to ask you to set a start date and end date. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go through this real quick. I'll just go ahead and choose my traffic provider, and then as soon as I do, notice that this score opens up here on the side. Now, what that does, that gives me a chance to decide, do I actually want to use this traffic provider? And as you can see, she has a score of 83%, so I'm pretty happy with this, okay? So how this would work is if I had ran 10 campaigns with her, then all the campaigns would be down here, and then it would score your overall vendor. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to say LCP01. That's just the name of my traffic campaign. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose a group. So for me, it's going to be the cookie cutter. And then my destination link is probably going to be a lead capture page. Okay, so I'll just say something like chadnicely.com/LCP. That is not a real lead capture page, but it gives you the idea. Okay. And then my status, I can choose active, pending, or completed. I'm going to go ahead and set it to active. And then let's say that I'm going to pay $100 for 100 clicks. Okay, so I'm going to pay $1 a click, basically. And then I can come down here and I can choose my domain. So this actually is not my account. This is Bob's account. He's the one that drives traffic for us. So I'll choose boblevin.com. And then I'll just come over here, and this is the vanity URL. So I'll just set it for 01. Okay, so this link right here is what we are going to give to our traffic provider, okay? And then once our traffic provider starts driving clicks to this link, then all this stuff here starts happening automatically, all right? We'll get to that here in a minute when we get to the statistics. Now we're going to come down here and say, okay, we want our start date to be the 21st, and we want this to end on the 23rd, okay? So the traffic's going to start on this date, it's going to end on this date. That's very important that you put that in there because what we're doing is we're actually grading that vendor and we're scoring that vendor for you. So we know, the software knows that that traffic should start on this date. And if they started on the 22nd, well, then what happens is they're going to get a lower score. And if it's supposed to end on the 23rd, if that's what they tell you, and it ends on the 27th, then they're going to get a lower score because you don't want to be out there paying for clicks and then waiting 2 weeks to get your results. We want to identify really quick the vendors that have the best traffic quality, the overall profitability, as well as decent start and end times. And that's what EasyLinks is going to do for you, okay? Now, once we've set all this up, what happens is EasyLinks is going to give you this code. Where you want to put this code is you want to put this on the page that follows your lead capture page, okay? So they're going to open up this link. They're going to enter their name and email. They're going to get redirected to another page. It could be a sales page, whatever it is. That page needs to have this code on here because that's how we know somebody entered their name and email, okay? That's how that works. And then we have the same advanced options down here that we do inside the link bank. You can fire off retargeting pixel. You can track your overall conversions. You can place any notes. You can put pictures of your lead capture page. You can set holding pages if it's in a pending or a completed status. And then you can set a master campaign. Okay? So pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to save this one, but instead I'm going to come over here to the statistics and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay, so as you can see, here is one of the campaigns we ran. We have a green check mark, which means the link is in good status. Here is our cogwheel, which gives us fast actions. Here is the vendor. Here is the group. Okay, I don't have any master groups for this, but what this shows is I had 125 raw clicks, and out of that, 124 of them were unique. I had one bad click, and out of the 124 clicks, I got 42 opt-ins, 42 leads. That gives me an opt-in percentage of 33.87. EasyLinks is looking for at least a 40% opt-in rate. And if you get a 40% opt-in rate, then it'll give you 100%. Okay, so as you can see, it gave us an 84. Had this been a 40% opt-in rate, then this right here would have scored to 100%. Okay, and so what that does is that tells me my cost per click is 24 cents, making my cost per lead 71 cents. Okay, And now we have the scoring blocks. So we have the overall traffic quality. What that's doing is just looking to say, okay, where's the traffic coming from? Is it coming from the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Canada? If it is, that's good traffic quality. If it's coming from the United States, we have a special algorithm set up to give you an even higher score, okay? And then the time delivered, well, look at this. The time delivered was 0, which means either we did not set a time for this campaign, and I think that's what's going on here because I have all zeros here, or they were really lousy with our delivery. But looking that we have all zeros here, we probably need to go and start setting up times, okay? So there's the time delivered. Here is the overall lead score, okay? And then over here, we have the overall deliverability. And so what happens is we take those scores and we give you an overall score so you know how that campaign did. So now if we come back in there and we open up, let's go ahead and create a new campaign for Solo Ads Media, okay? So I'll choose Solo Ads Media, and we're gonna have an overall score, as you can see, for Solo Ads Media. And so here's all of the campaigns we've ran for Solo Ads Media, okay? Here's all the scores for each one of those individual campaigns. And then what happens is we get an overall score for the vendor. Now, if we look over here, we have an overall sales quality and an overall profitability. However, that's not reflected on the vendor. That's non-scoring because this is out of the vendor's control. They can't tell, they shouldn't be penalized because you don't have your sales page converting, right? And so the overall profitability also has to do with how many sales you get versus your expenses. But again, this is out of the traffic provider's control. But what is inside of their control is the overall traffic quality, the time they deliver, the actual lead score, as well as the overall deliverability. Okay? So that's exactly how that works with the paid traffic campaign. It's very, very easy to understand. Your only goal is probably figuring out where to put this piece of pixel code right here. And once you figure that out, you're going to place it directly below the body. But once you figure this out, all of this will happen for you automatically. And if you're using those page builders like Lead Pages, Instabuilder, ClickFunnels, they should have a way for you to go and input in special HTML code or JavaScript or something along that nature. Okay, so you'll just take this code, you'll plug that into the page following this page right here. And once you do that, guys, we're going to give you all this data automatically. And so there's no guessing. And I can hover over each one of these and see exactly what my lead capture page looked like. Okay, so as you can see, this lead capture page right here is converting about 40%. Pretty decent. And so that's why I'm getting high scores. Okay, so there's your paid traffic.